$30,000+ in a dividend portfolio. You want to see all the details, want to know how many shares we have, want to know all the stocks that we own in our dividend portfolio, want to see our dividend dashboard and spreadsheet, then I think you're going to want to stay tuned for this video. So make sure y'all sit back, grab your notepad. If you have any questions, jot them down, and let's get right into the details. Hey everyone, my name is Shalise, also known as Mommy Trader here on YouTube. Hey Investie Besties, welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank y'all so much for coming back. I do appreciate you guys being here. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and we are a family of 5 who is trying to retire early. When I say retire early, I mean retire from working for somebody else early, okay? We're still going to have our own thing going, but talk about the freedom of not being able to have to go to a place where you really don't want to, but rather dedicate your time and energy to something you're passionate about. So we are doing all this grinding, all this saving and investing now so that we can achieve our goals. So if you want to know more about it, you want some inspiration, subscribe, like, share, hit the little bell notification so y'all reminded whenever I post a video, okay? And let's get right into it. So it's all about the dividends, y'all, in this video today. I love doing these videos once per month. If you are new to the channel, I do these videos once per month along with our portfolio update and our net worth update. This is a great opportunity for me to be able to share with you guys, to be transparent so that you guys can see what we are invested in. I know I talk a lot about investing and wealth building, but I'm a visual learner, and I also think that it helps me to be more transparent with sharing what we are actually doing with our numbers as well. So why do I love dividends so much? Okay. I love dividends so much because it's the best way to really have passive income. I know you may see all the videos and hear about real estate or just all these other ways, but to me, dividend income is 100% passive. All you do is invest in a good company or a good fund. That's literally it, okay? And what happens is that it pays out its shareholders, which is you, once per month, sometimes once a quarter, sometimes once a year. It pays out a dividend to its shareholders, and we can either reinvest it or we can cash it out and receive it as actual income. And so my husband and I is really focused on this particular investing strategy, though we do have other types of investing strategies, and you will see that in our next video because that is our actual portfolio. So you'll see like real estate, cryptocurrency, I-bonds, all of that in the next video. But into this one, we're going to talk specifically about dividends, but this one is 100% passive. I have been working on this particular portfolio since September of 2020. I have been documenting my journey on this channel for almost 2 years now with this particular portfolio. So if you are just starting your investing and you hear me say a lot of the same things over and over, like build up your share size, buy and hold into good companies, you see now, you're going to see rather, the growth from that, okay? The progress from that, even in a bear market or a recession or a stock market crash, whatever you want to call it, there is still an opportunity for us to make some money responsibly. I am an investor. I am not a trader. I don't have the temperament, and I am just so busy, y'all. So I like investing, and I like the fact that I can kind of see our money grow slow and steady over time. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about some of our dividend goals for this year, 2020. I am working on our financial goals for 2023, and my husband and I are going to come and talk about it with each other, and then I'll share it with you guys probably sometime in December. I really want to take my time and go over our goals versus kind of hurrying up and putting a video out. It's really important for us to really make sure we have attainable goals, smart goals, and realistic goals for ourselves and our family like dynamic. But our goal for 2022 is to receive 20,000 big ones, okay? 20,000 smackaroos in dividend income, and I do believe we can achieve that. We have not just the account that I'm going to show you today, but other taxable accounts. We get dividends in our 401k and the HSA and the Roths and the SEEP IRA. So as you guys can see, you know, we have a lot of investment accounts, and it's really great to see our investments not just grow over the years, but actually give us, you know, actual income, if that makes sense to you guys. But that's our goal for this year, $20,000. I will share, like, it's probably at the end of December, because I want to make sure all the dividends pay out, a 2022 dividend review, if that makes sense. Okay. But yes, for 2022, 20,000 smackaroos we want to receive in dividend income from all of our investment accounts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you're going to see our portfolio up on your screen. I'm going to be looking down because I'm looking at my laptop, and we're going to just walk through what we own and how much of it we own. Again, I like doing these to be able to be transparent, and because, like I said, I'm a visual learner, and I figure, you know what, if you are new, it may help you, it may encourage you to actually see what your investie bestie is doing. And now, I'm not a financial advisor, okay? Your girl is not a fiduciary, but again, I show real numbers, and that's how I'm able to kind of, you know, prove to you guys that your girl knows what she's talking about. She's not like extreme or risky, but if you just follow like the basic Warren Buffett approach, it does work. So let's go on to this. This is in no particular order in terms of like, you know, best to worst or anything like that. It's just how it's organized in the portfolio. So good old CVS. Okay, CVS did not have, you know, they're not having the greatest time right now, but again, we buy and hold over the long term. And this is actually a great opportunity for my husband and I to buy some now. So we have 28.20 shares, and we really would like to kind of get this to 50 in the short term. And when I say short term, like in the next 6 months, I think that's attainable. Like in the next 6 months, hopefully, fingers crossed, okay, we can get this to 50 shares. That's our goal. Next is, let's see, excuse me guys, my sore throat is BP. So I really do like BP as a company. They do pay a really good dividend. And again, guys, all of the companies in this portfolio pays a dividend, okay? So you want to get into good companies. You just don't want to chase like dividend yields and dividend payouts, because you can be in a company that is kind of dying. And what's the point? I want growth and I want dividends received, if that makes sense. So we have 62.47 shares of BP. We're almost at the 75 share goal mark. So again, this is just literally chugging along. I remember when this was at like 23 shares. Now it's at 62.47 shares. And yes, we do get our dividends reinvested back into the position versus cashing them out right now. Next is Aflac, but we have 36.27 shares of Aflac, and our short-term goal is 50 shares for that. Next is KO, that is Coke. Okay, we have 34.71 shares. I really would like to get this overall to 100, but because I know we have like a long ways to go, 50 is like the short-term goal, but I really would like to stack up on this. This is a dividend king. They've been paying out this dividend since before I was born, y'all, okay? And I'm 38 years old. And so I love this. Coke products are never going anywhere. And so, yeah. Next is Bank of America. So you can see we have 26.36 shares. I really do like this as a company, more so over than Wells Fargo. And so our short-term goal is 50 shares. And this is a great way to get some financials into our portfolio. Next is, oh, yeah, y'all know, okay, Realty Income. Oh, I could be Realty Income's ambassador. I talk about it so much, okay? But in this particular portfolio, we have over 100 shares. We have over 100 shares in another portfolio, and I own it in my SEEP IRA as well for MT, and we own it in a Roth. So we have it everywhere, but I'm talking about this portfolio today. So over 100 shares, and ideally our next goal target is 125, okay? So again, if you are building up your shares and you're like, okay, you know, where do I start? Start with 5 as your goal, then 10. Then just keep bumping it up every time you achieve it. And then after a while, you'll hit 100 and you'll be like, okay, well, after that, I want to hit 120 shares, or you can stop. But because we're trying to, you know, like increase our dividend income for early retirement, we're just going to continue with Realty Income because it pays every month. And it's a really, really good fund. They own a lot of commercial real estate. Your Walgreens, your Target, your Walmarts, the buildings that they're in, Realty Income owns, okay? Next is Amcor. I would like to get this up to about 75 shares. Moving on to Main Street Capital, we have 51.17 shares. This is a monthly paying company as well, or REIT, and we would like to get this to 75. That's our short-term goal. Next is Elmo or Altria. We have 77.12 shares. We're almost at the 100 mark, okay? We've been really working with this one as well for about 1.5 years. Next is Verizon, 33.49 shares. So we're trying to get to the 50 share mark, and then we will probably pause this and put our money and build up these other positions. Cisco Systems, 30.25 shares, and we would like to get this to 50. This is a really good company. Wanik or OKE, 40.57 shares, and we would like to get this to 50. Really good oil and gas processing and producing and porting type of company. Next is Arbor Realty. We achieved 100 shares into this one as well. So that was what? How many? 2 companies I just talked about so far that we received over 100 shares? Yes, Realty Income. I'm just scrolling back. And this one, okay, nice. And so again, just our next goal for this is 125. So just again, just chugging along. Next is QYLD. We are actually capped at what we want to put into this. We have 250 shares. Really like this. Again, this is a monthly paying ETF, and it's about building up our income. And then finally is ET Energy Transfer. We have 50 shares into this, and we would like to get to 100 shares. We're trying to put more financials and more energy into our portfolios because, you know, honestly, we don't see inflation going back down to where it was, and, you know, gas prices and our dependence on oil and all of that is not going anywhere anytime soon, especially us here in this country. So those are all of our companies. Let me count these. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this is 16 positions in this one portfolio. We don't want to go over 20 to be honest, but we want to just focus on building these up. And as you can see, our current, now the market is open, so this number may change, but as of this recording is $33,017.38. So those are all our shares. I'm going to take you over to the spreadsheet. We're going to just walk through that for a few minutes and I'll close out the video. But I hope that you guys can see like some of the method behind everything I'm always talking about on this channel. It's really checking in to seeing how your money really is doing. You work too hard for it, you stress over it, you are tired, and you know, you do a lot to earn your money. So we want to make sure that when we invest it, we are equally as, you know, engaged into seeing how it's doing. So I'm going to share my screen. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share. Let's hold on over to the spreadsheet. All right, guys. So I am in the dividend portfolio. So this is an updated version of what I had before. I just went on to YouTube and learned how to make one from many tutorials. If you guys want me to make this available on the site, I can do it for you. And I will probably offer like 2 types. So I will probably offer just the spreadsheet and you can put your information in, or you can send me your, like, the stocks you have and how many shares, and I will put it in for you and then send you the spreadsheet. So let me know if you guys want me to offer that service or not. But yeah, so you see it all here. So I went over Robinhood specifically because that's our like designated dividend portfolio, but we do get dividends elsewhere like Interactive Brokers, M1, Webull, and Moomoo. And as you can see, this is just taxable accounts only. This is not Roth IRA and 401k and HSA. This is just these accounts so that we can see like how much we have access to when it comes to liquidity, which just means like we can get the money fast. And we don't have to worry about like tax penalties from the IRS and all of that versus like the 401k where you do have to pay, you know, penalties and all that. So this is all of our dividends and our taxable accounts. Again, just easy for me to look at. And then at the bottom is our share sizes. I like to see a visual of this. So all of the positions you saw up here are down here, and you can see like the most we have is in JEPI, which is ticker symbol JEPI. That's 350 shares. Okay, so it's really nice to see like the progress we've been making with our portfolio, and just having everything listed makes it so easy to come back and look. And we do this with all of our accounts too, but this is a dividend video. But I wanted you guys to see like organization is so important. And like I said, if you guys want me to bring that service, let me know and I'll be able to, you know, put this up on the site. Let me show you our dividend dashboard. So I'll move my face over here so you guys can see. So again, like I said, everything is embedded from here automatically. The calculations are all in. So it's really, really cool because I can see the value of this portfolio is $103,000, and it's also down here as well as auto-populated. The gain of this portfolio year to date is actually down $10,281. The market is down overall this year. If you look at the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, is all down a lot. So, you know, it is what it is. We buy and hold over the long term. Our portfolio gain is down up almost 10%. So, according to this, we're actually outpacing the current market because we aren't down as much as the overall stock market. So if we don't invest any more money into any of these taxable account positions, we are projected to make $5,266.69 in dividends. But of course, we're going to continue to invest. And like I said, this does not include our other accounts, just these, 5 taxable accounts. So the great thing about that is that we did achieve the $100,000 mark in just taxable accounts. Again, liquidity. So our short-term goal is $150,000, then $200,000 in the taxable accounts. This is all important for early retirement. Our portfolio dividend yield average is about 5.10%. So we actually really love that. And then the total holdings we have is 47. So let me move my face up. So I have a couple of charts here. So I have a dividend income source allocation. So which dividend funds or stocks pay the most? So you can see JEPI pays the most, followed by O, followed by SCHD. So again, I just like visuals because it helps me to see. Scrolling down to our market value, or how much each of our dividend funds or stocks is worth. So JEPI, with those 350 shares, for example, is worth about $19,000. I'm just averaging up, okay? $18,586.11 to be specific. So again, I like to see this because it shows me, okay, if we're getting most of our dividend income from JEPI, how much is that position valued at? Okay, almost $19,000. And then the sector diversification, I want to make sure, you know, among all of the sectors in the stock market, we're doing pretty good. And the biggest sector here, and it's not really a sector, but it's an ETF, and you'll see it. I don't know if it's going to highlight on the screen. Here it is right there. Exchange traded fund, or ETF, is about 34%. And what I really like about that is that, you know, it's in a fund versus like a single stock. And JEPI is a fund, SCHD is a fund, BTI is a fund, QILD right here is a fund, O is a particular stock. So I really am happy with the diversification so far. With this graph right here, it's just showing the numbers on our biggest positions, but these tiny ones, I can just come back here and just, you know, see it right there. So that's the video, guys. Again, if you want me to make this available, again, where you can fill in your own information, or I can offer a separate service where I will fill in your information for you. You just send me it and I will send you this back. And the great thing about it is that if you decide to add on, let's say with CDS, we decided to add a couple more shares. So now our total shares is 30. Everything auto populates in the spreadsheets and on the dashboard as well. But I'm going to undo that because we don't have 30 shares. And just that's it. That's how I keep things organized. So again, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Leave me some comments down below because I love to chat with you guys. Again, thank you so much. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye-bye.